6-point Knick lead. A fan just ran on the floor. Wants to take a selfie. Security quickly takes him away.
That is wild stuff. During the action of a game and the finals.
That fan you just saw sprinting across the floor, that happened in the middle of NBA Finals action. Not a timeout, not a break. Live ball, full speed, security in pursuit. And the reason he did it is somehow even stranger than the act itself.
And that is that the New York Knicks defeated the San Antonio Spurs in Game 1 in San Antonio, stole one on the road. Now, to be clear, I have not been dialed into the NBA in a very long time, but I did get to watch quite a bit of that game.
Let's set the stage first. The New York Knicks defeated the San Antonio Spurs in Game 1 of the Finals, on the road in San Antonio, 105-95. Stealing one away from home court in the opener is a real statement. For Knicks fans, this matters in a way that's hard to overstate. This is a franchise that hadn't reached the finals since 1999.
And I want to see New York do something. And this is a great opportunity. Haven't been to the finals since 1999. And back in the day, when I was in high school, look, I remember Patrick Ewing out of Georgetown. Every year, Patrick Ewing, I believe we can win it. I believe we can win it. And I remember him addressing that someone had said, why does every year he talk about winning? And he was like, what do you expect me to say? Come in here every year and say we're going to lose?
Think about that drought from the perspective of someone who lived through the Patrick Ewing era. Year after year, Ewing would step up and insist the Knicks could win it all. Someone once asked him why he kept saying that every single season. His response was blunt. What did they expect him to say? That they were going to lose? And then, year after year, that's exactly what happened. They didn't get over the hump. So a Game 1 road win in the finals, all these years later, carries the weight of every one of those disappointments.
And in that game, whoa, when I started out by saying, was it worth it? I'm referring to a fan who decided to do something really, really strange. Let's go over to X and take a look at this mess. This is Sovi. And it says, is there anything more Gen Z than running onto the court during the NBA Finals and risking a lifetime ban for a selfie with Victor Wembanyama?
But the basketball wasn't the story everyone was talking about afterward. The story was the fan. During live action, a spectator ran onto the court for one reason: to take a selfie with Spurs star Victor Wembanyama. Security moved in fast and hauled him away. On social media, one post captured the absurdity perfectly, asking whether there was anything more Gen Z than storming an NBA Finals court and risking a lifetime ban just to grab a selfie.
Referee that as well. You saw the security guard in pursuit. Mitchell Robinson like, what's this dude doing? Scott Forster, you're going to come over and explain.
This message is wild. There are a few wild things here. First of all, this fan who ran on the court, and you see the security coming after him. But look at Mitchell Robinson here from the New York Knicks. His mouth is like, what in the world? His face, I should say, is like, what in the world? Meanwhile, Wemby is like, oh, you want to take a picture in the middle of the game action? Okay, let me make sure I smile for you. But again, look at Mitchell Robinson. And then he stops looking at the dude and he actually is looking at the camera. And it's like, what? And Wemby is like, okay, cheese.
Now here's the detail that makes this clip so good. Watch the players' reactions, because they tell two completely different stories. Wembanyama sees the camera and just leans into it. He smiles, poses, gives the guy his moment, like getting photobombed mid-game is a perfectly normal thing. But then look at Knicks center Mitchell Robinson. His face is pure confusion. He's not just watching the fan get dragged off. He turns and looks directly at the broadcast camera, like he's asking everyone watching at home to confirm that this is actually happening. One player smiling for the photo, the other one bewildered. That split-second contrast is why this moment went everywhere.
They're worth it because you see from both these posts on X that there are some consequences. The fan was arrested and given a lifetime ban after running onto the court to take this selfie. And someone else apparently was involved in this. I don't know who the other person was. All we know is that there was a second person involved who's also receiving a lifetime ban from all NBA arenas for life, according to reports.
And the consequences are real. The fan was arrested and handed a lifetime ban from NBA arenas. According to reports, there was a second person involved as well. And that individual is also receiving a lifetime ban from every NBA arena for life. So the question that opened this whole thing was simple. Was it worth it? Was a single selfie worth never being allowed inside an NBA building again?
Can you imagine doing something like that? I mean, many of you watching are Indiana Fever / Caitlin Clark fans. Can you imagine in the middle of action, let's just say it is finals, first game of finals, and you say, oh, I'm just gonna run on the court. I know Caitlin's bringing the ball up the floor, or Kelsey's got the ball about to shoot. I know, but I don't care. I'm just gonna run out and I'm gonna have my camera ready, and this is the only opportunity I'm gonna get to get a selfie. I'm going to do it, and you just do it. And then can you imagine them just standing there like you don't even know what's up with this?
Let's bring this back to the audience that probably cares most about reckless courtside behavior right now. WNBA fans, and specifically the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark crowd. Picture this in a WNBA Finals setting. Clark is bringing the ball up the floor. Kelsey Mitchell is squaring up for a shot. The game is on the line, and someone decides that's the moment to leap the barrier, phone out, camera ready, because it's their one and only chance at a selfie. They sprint onto the floor and just do it, regardless of what it costs them or whom they interrupt.
I'm going to do it, and you just do it. And then can you imagine them just standing there like you don't even know what's up with this dude? You don't know who he is, what his plan is, or anything like that. And if you're just smiling, if you're Wemby, and you're just standing there being, the other team, whoever the other team might be, and just kind of looking like he's like, what? And then looking at the camera, the phone. It's just wild stuff just to get a selfie with.
Put yourself in the player's shoes for a second. You don't know who this person is. You don't know what they want or what their intentions are. All you can do is stand there, frozen, while security closes in. That's the part people don't think about when they see these stunts as harmless fun. To the athletes on the floor, an unknown person charging at them is not a cute photo opportunity. It's an unpredictable situation in a venue where they're supposed to be safe.
Road. Now, to be clear, I have not been dialed into the NBA in a very long time, but I did get to watch quite a bit of that game. I was watching a little bit of that game, and then I switched over to some WNBA, and then I came back and I watched more of that game and hung out right there at the game.
Here's some honesty that frames the whole conversation. The person breaking this down openly admits he hasn't been locked into the NBA in a long time. He caught pieces of Game 1, flipped over to watch some WNBA, then came back to the NBA broadcast. And that detail says a lot about where the sports landscape is in 2026. The WNBA isn't a channel you wait through anymore. It's a destination that pulls eyes away from the NBA Finals, even on the biggest night of the basketball calendar. Casual viewers are now splitting their attention across both leagues in the same evening. And that crossover is reshaping how the entire sport is consumed. Step back and look at what this single moment really represents. A Knicks franchise finally back on the sport's grandest stage after 26 years of heartbreak, winning a finals opener on the road, and the conversation immediately gets hijacked by a fan with a phone. That tells you everything about modern sports culture. The product on the floor was historic. Wembanyama, one of the most singular talents the league has ever produced, was right there in the middle of it. The Knicks were rewriting their story, and yet the moment that traveled fastest, the moment that got clipped and shared and argued over, was a guy risking everything for a selfie. Think about the asymmetry of that decision. On one side, a photo you could show your friends. On the other, a lifetime ban from every NBA arena, an arrest, a fine, and your face plastered across social media as the punchline. Two people apparently made that trade. Two people decided the picture was worth the permanent ban. And whether you find it funny or reckless, you can't deny it worked as content, because here we are talking about it instead of the final score. This is the strange economy of attention that athletes now live inside. Wembanyama's instinct was to smile and play along, because he understands the moment is going to be filmed and shared no matter what he does. Mitchell Robinson's instinct was disbelief, looking to the camera as if to say, "Are you seeing this too?" Those two reactions are the two ways anyone can respond to the chaos of modern fame. You either lean into the circus, or you stand there stunned by it. Neither one is wrong. So I'll leave you with the question this whole thing started with, and I want a real answer in the comments. Was it worth it? If you had courtside seats at the finals, the kind of seats that cost a small fortune, would you ever throw all of that away, plus your future access to every NBA building, for one selfie with your favorite player? Some of you are going to say absolutely, that picture is a lifelong memory. Others are going to say there's no chance, that's insane. Pick a side and tell me below. And whatever you decide, take the one piece of advice that actually matters here. Don't go running out on that court. It's not good for you.